Hi. Hello and welcome everybody to Wrestling with Horror Monday Nitro. I'm your host, Pete, Etep, whatever the hell you want to call me. I'm right here. It's Monday night. I am joined by the one, the only. I'll introduce him first this week because I didn't last week. CJP is right here next to me.
Hi. How's it going, y'all?
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. We are also joined this evening by AngelousDraven.
Hey, what's up? I
Hey,
hope everybody's doing good.
And, of course, in the bottom left square, he is not only the wrestle douche, he is mouth-watering monoTony. Welcome, brother.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Monday.
It's good to see you, sir. We got a big show planned tonight. Hail Keely Chow, who started feeding the ducks early, as we were discussing off air. Keely, we're like, what is he looking at? Is it the thumbnail?
He's here in the background.
Why is he making macaroni and cheese so late?
Gross.
Orale Carnal. What's up, my sketchbook? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. However you're watching, wherever you're watching, if you're on Twitch or YouTube, thank you. Greetings and salutations. Now, we've got a lot to get to tonight, but we got to start out the show, which we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a myriad of topics this evening, but wrestling is one of them. So we have to kick off with our top sponsor of the program, long-standing sponsor here.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Have you or loved one been wronged by shitty wrestling? Call Yikes and Oof, attorneys at law. 1-800-976-6299. That's Yikes and Oof, attorneys at law.
Yes, so let's start out the evening with, let's see here. Let me consult the sheet. What is sheet here? Oh yes. So, we've all been to conventions, right? We've all been to a fan meet and greet of some sort with various celebrities of either film or sport of some kind. We've been around these kinds of people. It doesn't take much to know how to conduct yourself in a manner which says that you have, a good spatial awareness, and you could read social cues from other human beings, because that's what we are. We're all human beings. So
Speak for yourself.
well, that's
So,
true.
Ruben?
Hey,
buddy.
Ruben. That's funny that you say that, Ruben, because actually, I actually wrestle with women, and for real. And that's how my earring got ripped out. Our guest last week, the lovely Maddie Fine, tore my earring out at practice. So yeah, I said, I wish I was telling the doctor today, because I had to go to the doctor's, and I was telling her today, I said, she asked me how it happened, and I said, I wish I could say it was somebody bigger and badder than me, and you should see him. That's all that happened to me. I said, no, it's a 19-year-old, 130-pound girl. That's the most embarrassing thing in my life, but it's a fantastic story to tell. Good to see you, Ruben. Good to see you, sir. No, when you're around celebrities, especially of the fairer sex, it's always important, especially in today's day and age, to conduct yourself in a manner which says, there is no way in any shape or form this meeting could come back to haunt me. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I'm saying? The Me Too, the speaking out movement, all that shit, all the heinous things that people have done. Regular people shouldn't have to worry about those sort of things unless you're some fucking weirdo. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So a fan went to meet Paige, Saraya, and he just decided to try to kiss her on the mouth.
Ew.
Number one, that's my reaction is
I think she's hot.
Yes, but we know where that mouth has been.
That's true.
Draven, this is the difference, son. I absolutely think she's a very attractive woman. Now, that being said, she still looks like if you touched her, she would be sticky. So I can look, but I would never touch her. Yeah, I've seen
I
the
would
video.
touch her.
No. There are certain things precluding me from doing that at this stage of the game. First of which, because I'm married. First and foremost. Second of all, fucking ew.
I've been watching Totally Divas, and it got to where she's on the show.
But that's pre-sex tape, isn't it?
It's like right before, like slightly before the sex tape.
That's pre-sex tape then. Yeah. So at that point, you're still like, okay. After the sex tape, you're like, no, okay. No, okay. Not okay. Not okay. So yeah, this guy tries to kiss her on the mouth, which of course, you know, led to the usual Twitter fun. And it's so funny hearing people weigh. I just made jokes in the comment sections on Facebook about it. I'm like, anybody that's seen her tape is not going to try to kiss her on the mouth. Somebody,
There's people that are into that, you know, right after kind of thing.
yeah, they're called. Hang on a second. I have a. I have a button.
Wash to cover that.
I have a button for that. I do believe, Draven. I do believe we brought back an oldie but a goodie for that.
Paging Dr. Faggot! Dr. Faggot!
I should go.
That's a good idea, Dr. Faggot.
I'm gonna try to meet her in August, I think, at Horror Mania or whatever it is. It's in New Jersey. Her and Sting are gonna be there, so I'll try not to kiss her.
Take a Divas title. Take a replica Divas title belt and be like, "What's up, girl?" Have one of your friends like cosplay as.
I'm going by myself. I don't know.
No, have one of your friends cosplay as Brad Maddox and just wear a wig and say you're Xavier Woods, and record it.
Goddamn.
Are you trying to get him beat?
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to not get my ass beat.
Record.
Not that I wouldn't mind her beating my ass, but
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, my sketchbook is right. He says, this is what happens when you produce content that appeals to those marks they have for fans. They have parasocial relationships with these wrestlers on social media. Still not okay. Exactly. And that was my next point. Yeah, there's a leaked tape of her, Brad Maddox, and Xavier Woods. And she took more shots to the face than China versus Joey Buttafuoco. So this is my issue with this, okay? And I in all reality, I'm not blaming Saraya for this. I'm not. It's not her fault. This is a fucking. Remember that guy? Was it Mickey James? He was holding and he was like trying to like two-arm her, and she's like visibly like. Ugh.
Yeah. And Mickey James is pretty nice. Like, she put her arm around me and everything. Like, when I met her, like, she was just super nice. Like, you don't have to like insert yourself, because if they're comfortable enough, they're gonna, you know. And
that's the thing. Even like that's like Vinny. I've seen it. I think it was Vinny had a picture where she was like just, you know, like right under his arm, like right up against him, you know. And that's the thing is like these ladies are around thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dudes. You know, they can pretty much tell who's fucking normal and who gives off that this guy would probably have me in the trunk of his car duct taped vibe.
Yeah, and even Frost too, and Serena Deeb, they were pretty chill too. Like,
yeah.
So,
you know, that
normal.
And that's it. You know, I don't get my picture taken with many celebrities or wrestlers, especially wrestlers. But before I got in the business, one of the last indie shows I went to, there's, and many of you may remember the name Jessica Havoc. She got outed for being a racist or whatever, and they, you know, excommunicated her or what have you. Before that, before she ballooned up and was like the size of refrigerator jacks, I met her at wrestling at a Mr. Chainsaw Productions show in Roscommon. It was Jessica Havoc, Haley Hatred, and I can't remember the other gal's name, but Haley was Jessica's manager. And Jessica's this, like, she was a decent looking, like, tall brunette, and Haley is this, like, tiny little, just adorable blonde. And they were doing pictures. I said, what the hell? I say, hey, can I grab a picture of you two? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, and I literally walked up between them and I'm like, how do you want me to put my arms? And like, I think it was Jessica kind of leaned in and smelled me. It was like, just right here, like put my hand like right on top of her ass around her waist. And Haley did the same thing. And I was like, okay. I was like grabbing their ass, but my arms like around their waist,
Mm-hmm.
but they put them there. I did not. I'm just like, however you want, and they were like this. I'm like, okay. She kind of like smelled me. I'm like, well, at least I know I smell good, which honestly, if you've ever been to an indie wrestling show,
if you've never been to any convention,
oh my God, dude,
like
no.
the fucking BO of these people, it's just like, dude,
holy
at least spray yourself with like something like Axe, even if it's Axe or whatever. Like, I know Axe gets like
please don't do that.
But even if it's fucking Axe, just like give yourself a spritz on your wrist and like rub your wrists together. Like, you don't have to like bathe yourself in it, but just a little bit goes a long way,
Considering I thought that would have been you, Draven. But and fans are stupid these days anyway. I mean, look at all the shit that Adam Driver went through with the Raylos, sending like threats to his wife because he wasn't with Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, like that's fucking weird, dude. Like these aren't kids; these are adults.
Yeah,
these are like grown ass people.
Well, they were never taught what reality and fiction.
No.
That's why they have purple haired weirdos thinking they're fucking the opposite sex when in reality they're not.
I think Tumblr was the worst thing to ever come to social media.
Yes.
Because it encouraged this bullshit.
That weird Tumblrina fan fiction shit.
Yeah.
Was just the absolute fucking worst. It was the fucking worst.
And that's also true that, most people these people don't have friends and tell them they smell like a Yeti's ass.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I work from home when I'm not teaching, and it's like, I go work out. The first thing I do, and I'm home by myself. The first thing I do is go fucking shower. As soon as I'm done working out, I'll have my shake, and then I go up, I shower, get clean. Then I'll come back, and go back to work, do whatever. Because if I got to leave the house, dude, I won't leave the house in sweatpants that don't like look good. Like, I'm always meticulous about how I look when I step out of my house. And then I go to Walmart and it looks like, The Walking Dead. I'm like, I saw this shit. No, this is no fucking joke, dude. This fucking heavy set broad in fucking like house shoes, not like flip flops, not Crocs, house shoes, like the same Friday the 13th pajama pants I have in a sports bra. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm like, so you've just given up on life. Like, completely just thrown the fucking towel in, said, this is the best it gets. I'm going to leave the house like this. Like, fucking whiskey tango.
Well, you do remember people of Walmart, right?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's just, but it never ceases to amaze me. Like, I don't know. Dude, people used to fucking put suits on to go to fucking dinner in a regular restaurant. I mean, and I'm not asking for that. I mean, although it would be much better than where we're at now in society. Let's fucking face it, God. And that's my old man yells at a cloud rant. Wait, what did Sketchbook say? South Texas has weather we call spatula weather. The boys stick to leather seats, showers not. Oh, dude. I can't see. It was probably comparable, I would say, in Tennessee. I was in Tennessee in fucking July, 2 summers in a row working. So, bro, it was to the point where I was outside redoing this deck for my dad's client, and there was a bunch of Mexican dudes working on a roof next door, and they were looking at me like I was crazy because I just out there fucking happy as fuck working away, and I'm like, shit. I'm from Michigan. This weather's a fucking treat for me. 105 degrees and humid. I'm like, I'll fucking take it. Like, I don't get that much. I mean, but I was working right on the Tennessee River too. But it's not like my ass would just go jump in that fucking water. Are you fucking kidding me? I only swam in that thing once. We took a 20-foot Sea Ray, like V-Hull speedboat. Would have V6 in it. So we took that out a couple times. I only went swimming once. I'm terrified of that fucking water. There's fucking snakes and fucking God knows what in there. Fuck that. I'd go jump in the middle of Houghton Lake, and there ain't a goddamn thing I got to worry about except drowning. You know what I mean? I ain't getting bit by anything. Maybe a gar pike will run into my leg or a carp, but that's about it, you know. So don't try to kiss female wrestlers. There, that's my Oh, all right. So before we go into the next one, because the next one's a good one. The next one's a good one. And we gotta play the fucking gimmick before we get there. Wait, we gotta hear. I miss the people of Walmart, dude. Jesus God in heaven, the people of Walmart. Let's play this. This will kind of tip you off to what we're gonna talk about next.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Do you got dry skin, bro? Mono, then try Vince Russo's Bro Cream, bro. It's the cure for what ails your dry skin, bro. That's Bro Cream, bro. Available wherever fine cosmetics are sold on a pole, bro. This cream is so good, bro. Jim Cornette put it on his burn scars from me torching him when I created the Attitude Era, bro. That's russoscream.com/bro for 15% off your first purchase of Bro Cream, bro.
That's right, main event time.
Every time that I get up on the microphone, I gotta dedicate a round to you, girl. Come on. Come on. Every time that I get up on the microphone, I gotta dedicate a round to you, girl. Come on. I'm not sure what you did to me, but I like it. I love it. Oh, I'm not sure what you did to me, but I like it. I love it. Said I'm not sure what you did to me, but I like it. I love it. Oh, I'm not sure what you did to me, but I like it. I love it. Oh, every time that I get up on the microphone, I gotta dedicate a round to you, girl. Come on. Come on. Every time that I get up on the microphone, I gotta dedicate a round to you, girl. Come on.
All right, let's talk about Vince Russo's mark list, shall we? Let me get this. Vince Russo on the coach. He did this on his channel actually. We've got a list though. This is Vince Russo's. What constitutes a mark? So he and I had to use the AEW Wojaks on this. It just seemed apropos. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. So, number one, you have convinced yourself, bro, that professional wrestling is real, bro. I don't have a problem with that. Like, I mean, if you've convinced yourself that it is not a work, it is indeed a shoot, then yeah, you're the mark. That's fine. I there's no problem with that.
I got told that I embody a bunch of these, which I call bullshit. There's only like one, maybe two on here that I, would consider myself.
Was it Adam?
When Adam is the one. No, it was Vinny.
No. Professional wrestling is the most important thing in your entire life. I mean, it's up there for me, but I'm in the business, so I mean, my family's obviously more important, but I mean, it's one of the tenets of who I am. So but I mean, from a fan perspective, like, yeah, if you're not in the business and you don't really have much of a life, and that's what you do. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna. Because those are the kind of people that come to shows and buy merch. You know what I mean?
Everybody's got like there's fandom, and then there's like taking the fan, and I think that's what he's referring to, is like taking that fandom to where like it's your every waking moment, like everything like revolves around that. Like you take off work or like fucking miss other functions to go do it or to go see it and all this other shit, Or you argue with fucking retards on the internet, about it.
See, I don't argue with them. I just troll them at this point.
Yeah, same.
It's just fun. Tony, what do you think of this?
Cool story.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that. You know, I may disagree, but I will defend your right to the death to say that. Let's see. Oh, this is my favorite. You own a lot of black shirts with pit stains, and you see how he has to capitalize. It's you own a lot of black shirts with pit stains.
I have a lot of black shirts, but they don't have pit stains in them.
90% of my t-shirts are black, but yeah, they none of them have stains in them. If I have a light colored shirt that I wear enough that it, you know, kind of yellows, then I just throw it away. So, hey, look who's here. Chris, wait, we'll look. Wait, there we go. We'll put this back up. Chris is here.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
No, it's okay, bro. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Nice to have you. We're only 2 items deep into this list. You didn't miss much of the program so far. We just talked about how you shouldn't try to physically force yourself on the female talent if you're at a meet and greet. Like somebody.
Look, I tried to kiss one girl.
It was you. It was Fisk.
Yeah. I kissed a Paige and I liked it. Now hepatitis C.
Yeah, now I got this strange little pimple on my lip. It's weird. It just keeps getting bigger.
That's a bum bump. You was out in the street, went to give change to a bum, and he went, and he touched it. Now you got a bum bump. But no, Vince Russo says you're a mark if these things describe you. We've covered, you've convinced yourself that pro wrestling is real. Professional wrestling is the most important thing in your entire life. You own a lot of black shirts with pit stains, bro. You don't just want to go to a wrestling show, but you want to be a part of it, bro.
Is this like a personal attack or something?
Let's see. I agree with. I mean, if you're a fan, know that you're a fan, and you can cheer and boo. That's your fucking job. That's what you're there for. You know, you paid your ticket, you can cheer and boo. But this goes to, and I've heard a lot of the other commentators say this, and they're correct in this. The fans hijack the fucking shows to make themselves part of it, to interject themselves into it. And it goes with the whole, basically the fans have turned into contrarians at this point. They don't want to cheer for the faces. They want to boo the faces and cheer the heels. And it's not because they necessarily like the heels more, but they're doing it to be contrarian and to throw the show off because they know they can.
Yeah.
And it does take away from the show, and we'll get to more of that. But I mean, look, just, I don't care. Like, to me, it's like, dude, if you want to, yell, scream, do whatever you fucking want. I'm fine with it. There's no amount of noise from the fans that can throw me off. I don't care. But I'm not in an arena of, 20,000 people either. I've got 225 to 250. So, it gets noisy, but I mean, still at the same time, it's like, I want them to be loud, especially as a heel. It's like, I want you to boo me. That's fine. Make it difficult for me to talk. So that way, when I talk over you, it's, it's just the, but let's see. This is the next part of it. You sing along with wrestlers' theme songs at the top of your lungs, bro. And,
say it with me now. Whoa! No.
Oh! and then when they do that fucking Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Oh my God!
But this is awesome.
Oh yeah, one of the wrestlers fucking does like they do a wrist lock and they're like, it's like he just stepped through the ropes. And
or they're standing and looking at each other longingly, and they're like, "This is awesome." It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're facing.
I get it's cool when you're excited, but Jesus,
they're like this. Hang on, they're like this. They're in the ring, right? And they're like, and they're facing off, and then you hear one of the this is absolute cinema, and Ron Gaspard's like, I'm gonna take you down. Bob Ross like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint a happy little ass whipping all over that big fucking Cro-Magnon head of yours. You,
Sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again.
Knock next time, damn you! Knock! How many times do I have to tell you? Back to the list. No, singing along is just, I mean, like I said, it's, look, every vagina dries up in there when you're singing along with fucking Seth Rollins music. You're never going to get, you might as well cut your own dick off like a mug shorty did, because you're never going to get any pussy. I'm sorry.
God.
Oh, God. Is that too harsh?
No.
Is it?
No.
No.
No, child.
But he's right.
did you get to owning all the belts?
I'm getting there. Dave Meltzer is your god, bro. Meltzer is your god, bro.
Fuck Meltzer.
Why would anybody put any their tips are touch? It's mouth-watering cinema. Yeah, no, Dave Meltzer's a fucking Dave Meltzer's a fan who inserted himself into the business. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh.
He's the Uber Mark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Done with the Red Bull. Now it's time for an edible. It's a roller coaster over here. No, Meltzer's a fucking idiot. I mean, the guy, he's a straight up AEW shill. He hates WWE because they refuse to capitulate and do a Japanese style. And I say that as somebody who works for a Japanese themed promotion. I mean, we don't all work that style though there. You know what I mean? We have like a myriad of styles. So it's a mix of everything with the Japanese theme. Meltzer fucking hates anything that isn't. Like he does. That's, I mean, look at his, you see it in his match ratings. It's, yeah. Work rate in fake wrestling matches is important to you.
I'm back on that one a little bit.
Same. There's nuance there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because if we're watching an Ahmed Johnson match, I'm not going to be invested in it because I know he can't work worth shit. Or watching any Great Khali match. I mean, that the spectacle's fine, but there has to be at least a modicum of what's called wrestling.
Yeah.
No, I'm not wanting, 30-minute, time limit draws with, Japanese flippy shit, but there has to be a balance between the spectacle and the work. It's called wrestling.
Yeah, that's like that match with
wrestling in it.
What is that new guy that doesn't wear shoes in AEW?
It's like something
Speedball or whatever. And what is the other guy's name? The redhead.
Oh, Mike Bailey.
No, yeah, Mike Bailey and Blake Christian. They had this fucking like 5-10 minute fucking just back and forth, like doing flips and just fucking like karate chop in the air, like, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like, and they're like each missing each other. It's like, dude,
I just
fucking break.
I just shared this on Facebook. So my daughter tells me you watch wrestling. Yes, sir. You a fan of Mike Bailey? You have exactly 10 seconds to get the fuck out of my house.
What the hell is even that?
and then he calls him a homophobic slur. Because that's how he rolls. If it was my,
like,
if
at
it was
least
my
have
dad,
some kind of
right?
story and psychology in the match. Like,
yeah. Mike.
That was funny.
I don't understand the fucking appeal of Mike Bailey. He's fucking god awful. He is. So we aren't supposed to enjoy a good story through an athletic themed sports contest. This is why I can't believe Russo when he says he created the Attitude Era. One mark to rule them all.
The alpha mark.
No, let's be honest. Russo saw WCW kicking their ass with the reality-based style that they were doing in the storytelling. He just turned it to the nth degree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's be honest. That's all he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The PG eras tone that down though, so they can't be as realistic as they'd like to be.
Yeah.
And it hinders them. Like, yeah, I guess it like makes you kind of think outside the box to be more creative because you're putting confines on yourself, but sometimes those confines can screw you over.
Look at here's the good one. You hate any form of entertainment in your wrestling, bro.
What?
Yeah, there's people in AEW that literally like they don't care about the promos and all that stuff. They just want to see the in-ring work.
That's the wrestling though. Like that's what gets you jazzed for it's the context that gets you, hyped for what's going on in the ring.
Well, they think the story can only be done in the ring. Like, they think that you can just tell a story in the ring.
Yep.
And
so AEW fans?
Yeah, so you can to a degree, but you need to have a reason to give a shit in the first place.
Yeah.
Why they're telling a story in the ring. And if there's nothing that leads into that, then you're just like, okay, they can do a bunch of cool shit in the ring.
Dude, so professional wrestling is, I'm not trying to defend Vinnie Mac here, but like professional wrestling is sports entertainment.
Yeah.
And the biggest hurdle that entertainers have to overcome is audience apathy. It's their job to get the people who are sitting in the seats, or even the people that you're asking them to buy tickets for your shows, to give a crap about what's happening in the ring. And if you can't jazz them up with, the promos, the mic work, all that stuff, whatever's happening in the ring is irrelevant because nobody's going to show up. All empty, all arena empty wrestling. Like,
yep. Yeah, that's legit, man. This is my favorite. You orgasm. He spelled orgasm wrong. Tell me. Wait. Tell me you've never made a woman. Never mind.
It eludes him.
I cannot find that spot, bro. You orgasm over Japanese wrestling. It needs,
Raven.
Yeah. I mean, I get it if you like Japanese wrestling. Like, I mean, if you're a hipster, like, which you know what I mean. You guys know who the people are we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
You could be a fan of whatever you want to be a fan of. Just don't be disingenuous about it. Don't be Kevin Smith. Don't be Kevin Smith.
I watched like when I grew up.
Yeah, I was a huge He-Man fan. Sure, you were, Kevin.
Yeah, he literally said in one one interview or whatever that like He-Man was a little bit after his time.
Yep, it was basically beneath his age level.
Yeah,
it was for little kids when he was, he's the biggest fan ever. You are opposed to seeing attractive women in wrestling.
That makes you gay.
Yep. That's why they let freaking things like Nyla Rose in wrestling.
Yeah.
I want to say something about this and one thing in particular, but my ability to do so publicly is severely hampered because of my position in the wrestling business. I'm not allowed to say this. I'll tell you guys in private though.
Oh boy.
Jesus God in heaven on that topic about the fucking the Transformers.
Oh no.
Goddamn. If you put the fucking women's title on, I'll just say somebody like Nyla Rose, A man is holding your women's fucking title.
Yep. Men can do everything better than women, including being women.
That's another win for the fucking patriarchy.
Yeah, that's the He-Man Women's Theaters Club.
Yep. And if you as a woman are fucking supporting that, then you're saying that men are better than us at being women.
Well, you're saying it's okay to cosplay as a woman, basically.
Yeah. It's woman face or pink face or whatever the hell.
I jokingly, I made that argument with somebody that I heard in a video where I was joking around. I'm like, so I can be black. No, you can't. You're
but that's different. It's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Words have definitions. Yeah. If I can identify as, basically when you ask them what a woman is, like, it's a woman. Okay, well, what's black? Can you describe it? Well, and then they like do the same thing.
Yeah, circular logic.
Yeah, it's circular logic. And so it's like, okay, so then I can be black if I want to. Yeah. Based on your world, based on your definition, I can also do X, Y, and Z.
Well, Steven Crowder had that meme going around where, the change my mind. Mm-hmm. And one of them said something along the lines of, when you say I identify as, it means I pretend to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's South Park even made a hilarious episode about this whole thing. Remember when Ike, when
Kyle's dad became a dolphin?
Yep. And he had negroplasty and he was able to, like,
he had nut sacks for kneecaps.
Yeah. Like, they've been warning us for decades now. Like, remember they even had the episode where Macho Man Randy Savage beat the crap out of women at a women's
strong woman.
I'm strong woman. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get out there and start beating these other broads.
Yeah. And his upper arms were bigger than their waists.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
don't ask me about my transition.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is like the demoralizers in our, the Marxists that have been demoralizing us like this. Mm-hmm. They're making it so absurd now. It's because it's a humiliation ritual at this point that like you don't even need to get gender reassignment surgery. So like the people who even try, like Blair White and stuff, mm-hmm. like that doesn't even matter anymore. Like you could literally be Macho Man with your balls swinging in the breeze, and they'd be like, "I'm a woman, I identify as one."
Yep. Well, and then I was watching whatever last night, mm-hmm. and they had this black lady that's a lesbian, of course, on there, but she was like, "Well, she's the one that was giving the circular definition." Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's like, well, or she's like, well, why do we have to put labels and I was like, okay, well, you're just contradicting. I'm thinking like you're contradicting yourself there because you guys are literally putting labels on yourself based on your thing. And it's like gender and sex are literally the descriptors of each other. Like, you know what I mean? You use gender to describe what the sex is. Like,
yeah. Well,
they're not two separate fucking things.
No, gender is a linguistic function to identify the biological sexes.
Exactly, yes.
And that's what it's always been, and that's what it always will be, no matter how many Marxist professors try to redefine that.
Mm-hmm.
But to get back to the bullet point here about the attractive women, my thing is like I don't find a lot of the women in wrestling attractive. There's a lot of big girls in there. I'm not a big fan of that, but like I appreciate their wrestling. Yeah, no, like. Dude, you seriously, man, you get like Stacy Keibler or something out there, and goddamn, but like, or dude, half the AEW women are absolutely gorgeous, but like, probably more than half, probably like 99%. We already discussed.
They don't have Roberts at Archins like Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah,
you shut your fucking whore mouth.
Yeah, I'm weird because I think Tiffany Stratton's gorgeous, but
she is gorgeous though. But
here's the thing though, like. I think there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room for like the big girls and the unattractive women in there too. Like, dude, I loved Luna Vachon. Okay, I did not find that woman attractive in the slightest.
No, but she was awesome. She was a great character.
Yes, she was absolutely amazing. And I think there's plenty of room for that. So anybody that's like, yeah, well, dude, like hell, you remember Awesome, like in that first season of Glow, the watchable one, like. They had women of all the spectrum. You had the absolutely gorgeous women. You had like the psychotic furries. You had the gargantuan, and all that stuff. And it works so damn well because oddly enough, it made the hot chicks even hotter. I hate to say it, but it's like hotness by contrast.
Yeah. They can't push the envelope anymore because somebody on Twitter will get offended.
Yeah.
Let's see. You walk around the arena with the championship belt over your shoulder, bro.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Adam.
Sorry, Adam.
Dun 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 dun.
Who's the mock now?
No, he's a collector, so he kind of gets a pass. I mean, the dude's collected like everything, so I wouldn't put him in this.
Unacceptable.
The only belt I carry around in my bag has my fucking logo on it.
Yeah.
No, that Adam gets the mark point for that one. Adam gets the mark point for that one. Wait, you rent space free of charge in your mom's basement. Well, fuck you, Vince. I'm in my own basement that I paid in a house I paid cash for. So fuck off.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm paying for my parents' roof. So
yeah. Here we go right here. You write yourself into the championship belt, bro. Yeah. Vinnie Roo. I didn't need the whole, but I wanted it, bro. I didn't want to be. And then there's that buggy whip arm fucker from New York up there with the fucking title over his shoulder like he's paid his fucking dues. Here. Shit. You are part of a tribe that loves one wrestling brand and hates the other wrestling brand. Yeah. That's Mark behavior. That's like cultist shit. Like, and we always say this. Yeah, dude, we bag on AEW a lot because it's dog shit, but we bag on WWE just the same because it's been fucking bad. Like, Oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like,
no.
I don't care about promotions. I care about wrestlers, and I know it's like antithetical to what this business is trying to do to wrestlers. To me, the superstars transcend the brand. I had no idea what brand, like what promotion Joe Hendry was wrestling for, but I believe in him. The man conquered social media. He knows how to leverage.
Darth Vader believes in him too.
Yeah, according to Fortnite. Yeah, but like, I don't like the brand allegiance because it's hollow. Like, brands fail and excel all the time. There are things that WWE does a shit ton better than AEW, and there are things that AEW actually does better than WWE at times. And I'm not gonna attach myself to one brand. I like any brand, dude. Sorry,
I like good.
No. The more options, the better. Like,
competition breeds excellence.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, my sketchbook said you have preferences, bro. It's like wanting to date a woman versus a man in a dress with a penis. That's not a woman, bro. That's a transformer.
That's a feminine penis to you, bub.
Penises in disguise, bro.
So when you're going down, also no.
What the fuck?
Dude, we got to get that clip from Train Spotting when Begbie's in the car with the Troon, and also he finds the sausage, and like he's like, we should just throw in the Transformers.
Well, there's also the scene from Naked Gun 33 1/3.
Yeah.
Cole pops up with the dick, and he goes right nut, and he's like, looks like Phil Donahue barfing in a tuba.
Here's that makes him a
fucking quiz.
Well, I've been a TNA guy since the inception, but I know when TNA's been shit and when it's been good and when it's been shit and shittier and then halfway decent, then pretty good, then shit.
Well, it's ebb and flow. Like, all the
Yeah.
companies are like that. Like, they're gonna have good stuff, and then eventually they're gonna, run out of ideas until somebody comes along and has some decent ideas to run.
Here's probably the best one in the whole list. You hate Vince Russo. If you hate Vince Russo, bro, you are a mug, bro.
Is he talking his sketchbook?
Bro, you can't hate me, bro. I'm like Megatron.
That cartoon someone did in like 2016 where Megatron kept losing, so he became a woman. And
he gets boobs.
Like, it's just Megatron with tits. And they had the
pleasure bot.
The big fat was, I'm sexy.
Let's run through the rest of this.
You are offended if anyone refers to you as a Mark, bro.
What if my name's Mark?
If your name is Mark. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. They need to remake The Room, but Tommy Wiseau needs to be played by Vince Russo. I did not hit her, bro. I did not, bro. Oh,
you tear me apart, Lisa, bro.
Your belly button is attractive.
Let's cheap, bro. Cheap, bro.
You chicken, bro.
Are you a chicken, bro?
How's your sex life, bro?
Yeah. How's your sex life, bro? Are you still banging Lisa on my stairs, bro? Everybody betrayed me, bro. Bro, I am fed up with this world, bro.
Oh my dude, I would lose it if like it was delivered in that cadence too. Like,
hey, for my little princess, bro.
Listen. I have said a Mark, bro. Let's go to the Jersey Shore, bro.
Yeah, Vinny hates fucking Vince Russo too, so he's a Mark.
I'm ready for Tommy Russo.
Tommy Russo.
Oh, I'm a vampire or something.
I want to see Tommy Wiseau book a wrestling show.
Nice boogie.
Booker of the Year, Tommy Wiseau. That's got a nice ring to it. You honestly believe Triple H or Tony Khan are true bookers of the year?
Ooh. Does anybody?
Oof.
Dude, does anybody honestly believe that like there's been good booking? Like,
no, nobody with half a fucking brain.
Yeah, even the diehards are like, yeah, that was kind of weak. Or like, where did The Rock go? Like,
yeah,
man.
Let's see. You cried when Cody Rhodes finished his story and beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Wait, does it count when those are tears from laughter?
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven, bro?
I don't know. Superman Schwarken.
Super Schwark guy. I can't understand it. I can't read it if I can't pronounce it, bro.
Super fan Adam Schwarken. Mark King.
How do I book you for Etep Woki? Okay.
It's like trying to read Etep, and he's like, what the hell?
He's like, okay. This is great. You make every excuse in the book when your brand's rating is down for the week, bro.
Oh.
That's AEW fans to a T, and this is why I've got look, you got little Dustin Rhodes down here on one knee, putting the fist up in solidarity with AEW. Tony Khan is observing his pit stains, bro.
I'm guilty of the last one a couple of times. So.
Well, my thing is I don't think anybody's above criticism, and criticism actually means you still give a crap about the product.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you didn't care, you just tune out, and that's what's happening. Is they're not paying attention to their negative feedback, and people are just leaving. You know, all empty arenas. Like, it's something needs to change. You know, and you got to understand that like you're making a product for people, and if people are outwardly telling you we don't want this product, you got to do something, or your business is going to hurt.
Well, I mean, that's true across all of entertainment right now.
Yep, 100%.
Star Wars, look where it's at right now.
Yep.
Andor season 2 is pretty damn good. Is anybody watching it? No, because nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, they lost all the goodwill.
Yeah. Yep. You're not getting that back either.
And that's what constitutes a mark, according to Vinnie Rue. No, Andor, no, dude, nobody's fucking watching. Dude, we canceled Disney Plus, and we didn't even realize we were actually paying for it. And the wife's like, I canceled Disney Plus. I'm like, okay. I was like, what were they charging? It was fucking $31 a month.
Oh,
I get mine through my phone company, so I don't really pay anything.
Was it like $300 a year?
Yeah, I'm like, nope, canceled. Fuck that. Yeah, that's goddamn ridiculous. But what's even more ridiculous is this, and let's
let's go over to we got a new sponsor. Jones Barbecue actually sponsored the program. So tip of the cap to Jones.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. You better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat? America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're gonna make it deliciable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you. Ask McDonald's to fry something other than what they normally fry. Guess what you're gonna get? Nothing. If it fit through the dough, I'll put it in the fryer. Hell, this is a dinosaur. All our meats are gently tenderized to their optimum deliciousness. We got fine dinosaur meats. Took my money, made me pay child support. Come on down here and get you a slice. Once they get your social security number, it's over. Motivated, 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 motivated. So friends, let's just decide you don't want no barbecue. Well, that's fine too. Why not let one of my foot specialists or myself perform our magic? Look at that, don't they look wonderful? If you really pay me enough, we'll massage your feet in any of these sauces also. Success is the rule down here at Jones. Good ass barbecue and foot massage. So go ahead and give me a call or find us on the worldwide internets at the new website. That's JONES, big ass truck rental and storage.com/Jones. Good ass barbecue and foot massage.html.
Excuse me, did you call number 52?
Did you hear me call number 52?
Fucking great.
Classic.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Go get in on that. Get your foot massage and some barbecue. I want to talk a little bit about because we got John Cena and R-Truth coming up this weekend at Saturday Night's Main Event. And I was thinking about streaming this, but I will be out in West Branch because I'm going to wrestling camp Saturday after I probably spend the day on the water. With Jared and Kasey, we're going to go out on the boat Saturday if the weather's nice. After I go golf 18 on Friday, I'm taking the day off of work, and then I have a golf outing next Friday. So I'm basically done for the year teaching. I've shut down shop and said, I'm done. I'm taking the last 3 weeks off. And so I haven't been on the golf course yet. So I'm going to go golfing Friday, Saturday, go on the boat, go out and get in the ring, and then watch Saturday Night's Main Event with the crew out there. So I won't be streaming it unless the guys want to run it here on the channel. We can work that out, but I want to talk about this clip though, because Jonathan Coachman and Vince Russo have the Coach and Bro show, as we know, on YouTube. On it's Beyond the Turnbuckle is the channel, and I do enjoy this because as much as we clown on Russo, he does have some spot on fucking takes. He really does. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan Coachman is the same way. A lot of coaches are fucking. I'm like, no, he kind of knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, you just hated his character, so now you. Yep. That's Mark behavior, by the way.
That is.
You hated the character, now you hate them like personally. Like,
yep. Now you're trying to discredit
something to you personally. Like,
kayfabe is real, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this clip, and then we'll talk about kind of what they're saying here.
So this Saturday we have Saturday Night's Main Event, and they have decided that R-Truth and John Cena is now a non-title matchup. And that's a very old school thing to do, Vince. If you are a writer and you're trying to make this a show that people want to watch, when the narrative normally is nothing happens on Saturday Night's Main Event, how would you write it to make people want to tune in on Saturday night to this?
Well, first of all, they're too much. I mean, it's comical because what did Coach and I, what have we said here every week, especially coming off the last PLE? We have said there's no way in the world they just put the belt on Cena, they're taking it off him and putting it on Randy Orton. We said, bet your house, mortgage your house, whatever you have to do. No way, no how is Orton going over. So now they make this a non-title match for us to believe that Truth can go over? Like, is that the idea of this? It's a non-title match because, maybe Truth will win, Coach. Because the title. They kill me, coach. They absolutely slay me. What I would have done, coach, if it's me, is forget title, forget non-title. We have known that R-Truth was a fan of John Cena's. Okay. But again, man, they're pulling this stuff, guys, out of the seat of their pants 2 weeks in advance. If you are planning this correctly and you got the Cena heel turn, you are making this real personal between R-Truth and Cena. We can start it with comedy, then we're putting the comedy aside. We're going to see a side of R-Truth we've not seen in a long time. Now you're going to promote that on Saturday night's main event. Title or no title doesn't mean anything. Now we've got a serious, believable, ass-kicking R-Truth, and now we're going to see Cena get his. But no, we don't have that. R-Truth has been a comedian for the last 5 years. We've never seen a mean streak in the guy. Now you're going to make it non-title match because we're going to believe he can win because the belt isn't on the line. Coach, here's what we talk about every week. It all comes down to planning. If you're going to pull something out of your rear end 2 weeks before the show, it's going to be what it is, man.
Yeah.
So there you have it. They made it a non-title match because as a title, as a title match, they thought it was quote unquote too predictable. But there's nobody in their right mind that sees R-Truth going over, unless it's a DQ. They have a fuck finish. Cody interrupts, interferes, some
which I doubt is going to happen. They're saving Cody for the longer he's away, the better, because then you can have him come back and people might actually give a shit for one again.
And it sounds so ridiculous because you say saving Cody and it's like he's like he's the commodity. It's like
no, but I mean like from their logic.
I get what you're saying, but it sounds, you know what I mean, because we all know he's fucking just absolute fucking shit.
What they need to do with Rhea is have her go away for a bit and then bring her back like when people least expect it.
Yeah, let her take some time off and fucking bring her back. But this whole Cena and Truth thing is, I hate to quote Jim Cornette, but just lazy booking. It's like instead of building up somebody, they're just.
Well, I'm fine with R-Truth in them, but they needed to build it, not like fucking a week before the fucking thing. It's like you have like a week or whatever to build this, and it's like that's not enough time.
It's like AEW did with Ospreay and Ricochet.
Yeah,
just give it away.
You could have saved that shit for a pay-per-view. Build it up, made it where they were like fucking bitter rivals.
Yep.
And then have them get face off and have the payoff at the pay-per-view. But no, you gotta because they like listen to these fucking marks in the IWC and they're like, oh, they're being impatient, so we gotta just give it to them right now. Like, it's like who gives a shit if they're impatient? Like, let the shit ride out. Like, and then if you realize that the story isn't going anywhere, and then you need to pivot, then do it. But
they could have planted the seeds for this right after his turn, and just seeing him walking by R-Truth in the back, and R-Truth doing like the sad Indian watching trash get thrown, and a tear going down his cheek.
Yeah.
They did have him like being in his corner though, like a couple times, like backstage, like leading into this, but not like to suggest that he would like turn on him or want to like fight him.
Well, I think it's a little late in the game, for the the fallen hero thing, or like you basically betrayed your biggest fan kind of thing, I think they're right. I think they're pulling it like if this was started at the turn, or like the Monday after the betrayal, when he beat the shit out of Cody with that rapper guy, like I think it would have made a lot more sense. Now it just seems like what they're saying there, what Russo was saying, it's like it's the last minute, like you're pulling stuff out at the 11th hour, and it's not gonna have the impact you think it is.
Well, yeah, it's just, the same thing goes with like the Rock situation, like and all that. It's like you knew they didn't have anything like planned, They just did it on the spot, like, and they thought like fans were too stupid to like put 2 and 2 together. It's like, you know, we pay attention to the canon of this shit. Like we know that, like, you know, if you have them in this thing, they should be involved in this next thing.
Well, you just nailed it, dude. Like, they are making they are playing with millions and millions of dollars and a lot of people's livelihoods. Is that really the time to be winging things? You know, making them up on this. No, you should have like months in it. Like, if you've ever seen, like, this is going to sound really lame, but like if you've ever seen like the writer's bullpen of a soap opera, there's like writers that have shit that's ready for years in the future, you know, and they pivot too. They're like, okay, if this doesn't work, we go this route, you know, and they do that because there's a lot of actors and a lot of production staff that their livelihoods are on the line. So they want to make sure that people don't tune out. How is wrestling any different?
Yeah. I was watching that Divas, and I know some of it's scripted because it's reality television. But like half the time they don't even know what what match they're doing until they get there that night. So it's like, how are you built? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should be like letting these people know so they can like prepare and like do what you need to do,
at
like
least
in
a week's advance.
Yeah, like
you got to rev them up. Like, you know, you'd be like, the Legion of Doom is calling out the Heart Foundation. You know, like do that stuff. And you're like, oh, I can't wait. You know, the Sunday.
Yeah, and that was during the Vince was still in power. So
yeah, I mean, fault the man all you want. You can't fault him on his showmanship. The guy knows what he was doing in that.
No, he was right more than he was wrong.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't give a fuck what he did because there was never a problem until the money stopped coming. And that tells me all I need to know about the content of the character of the women in which he was giving money to. So I give zero fucks because anybody in that position that's one of the most powerful billionaires in the country is at the forefront of an entire industry. If you have that amount of money, you're gonna pay people to do some depraved shit. You are. It's a fucking fact. There is not one fucking billionaire in this fucking world that has not stepped on somebody's throat or done some nefarious shit at one point or another to get where the fuck they are. So
yeah, that's true.
That's the thing is you can't selectively pick which ones you choose to support and which ones you don't, which ones you try to denigrate and run down just because they're getting kicked and it's fun to hop on that bandwagon. I mean, their hands are all fucking dirty. And anybody that says they wouldn't do that shit, look, you're the Mother Teresa, you're full of shit. And there's only one Mother Teresa and she's dead and gone. So let's be fucking honest. What up, Zombie Box? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
It's like the Weinstein thing all over again. You know, as soon as they outlived his usefulness, they all turned on him.
And the fucked up thing was all this other bullshit happened when that one fucking cork was pulled out of the fucking bottle.
Yep.
When that one domino fell, all the other fucking shit bubbled to the fucking surface, you know. And I'm not condoning what Harvey Weinstein did, but sometimes it takes a wolf to keep the other wolves at bay.
Yeah. Saddam stabilize the Middle East. Yeah.
That's it. It's like, would you rather have, I don't know. It's just with the Vince McMahon thing. Look, it is what it is. I don't want Vince McMahon to come back. I don't. It's that ship has sailed. What I do want is never going to happen, and that's WWE to be a wrestling company again. They're never going to be a wrestling company again. We're stuck with rings full of contingencies like they're a fucking NASCAR, and it looks god awful. And Tony sent me this video I had literally just watched, and it was how TKO is ruining professional wrestling, and that is one thing that I will defend Vince to the nines on is the ring is fucking sacred. Yeah, that is sacred. There is no need for advertisements on that. That is sacred. That is the one. Yep, you've bastardized it and vandalized it now. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. We'll kind of we got to jump ahead here because we talked for a long time about Vince Russo's list. But let's jump into hot takes with Kasey and see what she brings to the table this week with her takes on the world of professional wrestling.
I'm Kasey, and I have some hot takes. Do you love professional wrestling? Me too. But if you do, there's a 90% chance that I'm about to make you mad. So let's talk. John Cena's heel turn. Is it everything it's been cracked up to be? It's been almost 25 years since the debut of John Cena into the WWE's main roster. And to say that public opinion on John Cena has been split since the very beginning is kind of a nuclear understatement. John Cena has been booed since day one. And the entire time, as a babyface. Frankly, chants of John Cena sucks still ring out every single time he walks to the ring. And is it okay that he is now using that as fodder for his current run as a heel after his turn on Cody Rhodes at the hands of The Rock? I think, and here's my hot take, this is textbook heel behavior. I've heard a lot of discourse on the internet about whether or not John Cena's heel turn is actually good. And I would have to say that to those who think he's doing a bad job as a heel and he should have just stayed baby until he retired, you're dead wrong. This man was born to be a heel. Now, you may argue, oh, well, he's a Hollywood actor and he has experience doing stuff like this. I would argue, no, that's just this man. This man was born to be a heel. He was born to be booed, and now he's just giving the audience what they want. Every single time that man comes out and speaks, whether it's bashing a little child in the audience, who is still Cena's #1 fan, by the way, or if he's really telling the WWE fans the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear the fact that they are just eating up what they're fed by WWE and Triple H. People don't want to hear that. And so when they think, oh, John Cena is just being rude for the sake of being rude, his heel turn isn't good, he's just using stuff given to him. No. This is true life, and he is using all of those experiences that he has been through in the past 2 decades in order to fuel this. And it is textbook. He could not do it better. To be frank, everything that man says is gold, and it's money. And people are still gonna buy his shit until he retires. And then for 20 years after that. This is unprecedented in the realm of WWE. We've had some major heel turns before, but nothing to this extent. And my final hot take, should John Cena take the championship belt with him? Absolutely. He should retire, and that belt should go with him. And WWE should have to start all over from the ground up. Thank you for listening, guys.
And that was Kasey's hot take.
See a hot take.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say these are very spicy.
We've all, I know there's been most of we have agreed with her on, but and it's funny too because you and Tony and I talked about this about if we're out of touch, because of our age, if we're because we're all basically in the same age range, if we're out of touch, and it's like she's like at least 13 years younger than me, so it's there's a difference in age there. So there's, it's nice getting another perspective, especially honestly from a female that she does watch. Trust me, she's, that's Mad Dog's girlfriend. She's a wrestling fan. You know what I mean? So she watches a lot of new and old. She's been watching a lot of the older stuff, which is cool. And we've got two videos left in the can for the hot take segment. And then she's recording a new batch for me this week. So nice. We're good on these for the next couple months. But yeah, I would love to see Cena just take the belt with him at the end. Honestly.
Yeah, same.
I think it would be a good move. And that way that to me, that would start cutting down. Don't replace it. Your world championship is now the #1 prize of the company.
Exactly. Then that builds that belt up. That is basically useless at this point.
Yes.
It's just a second fiddle belt. And have that be your world. Because it makes more sense to have a world heavyweight championship anyway, instead of this stupid ass universal.
Well, there's too many belts.
You did fucking whatever the fuck it is.
There's too many belts.
Yeah.
Too many belts.
Well, you remember back in the day, it was literally there was like 3 belts. There was the world champion, heavyweight champion, the intercontinental champion, and the tag team champion.
That was it.
That was it.
That's
all we needed.
Yep.
And as far as Cena being a heel now, like go back and watch Total Divas. He's a fucking dickhead to the one Bella girl. What was it, Nikki? Like she wants kids and shit, and he's like, I don't want any kids and all this stuff, and he's just a prick. And then like she like gives him pushback, and then he kind of like caves a little bit on some stuff. But then like the cycle just keeps. You can see the cycle just happen over and over and over. It's like, dude, like.
She wanted to marry him. He's like, I'll marry you. I lied, sir. I lied.
Well, I hope Cena brings out his inner masshole, because I don't know what it is, but I mean, anybody that's a sports fan knows that like Massachusetts people are insanely like there's something in there. I don't know what it is. A supernatural power at being obnoxious, and like Boston Red Sox fans, worse the Patriot, like do that as Cena. Like he can channel that. He's from Mass, man. He's a New Englander. Make us proud.
Oh my God. I fucking speaking of what you said Massachusetts. You know what else? What other state has some assholes? Maryland. Oh. Maryland does. Maryland really does. And we're getting ready to get into mug shorties, but Maryland does have some assholes, specifically the city of Baltimore.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Fuck you, Baltimore! If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars. Bad deals. Cars that break down. Thieves. If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill, you can kiss my ass. It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed. If you find a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your tray. Bring your title. Bring your wife. We'll fuck her. That's right, we'll fuck your wife. Because at Big Bill Hell, you're fucked 6 ways from Sunday. Take a hike to Big Bill Hell, home of challenge pissing. That's right, challenge pissing. How does it work? If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get no down payment. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off. Only at Big Bill Hell, the only dealer that tells you to fuck off. Hurry up, asshole. This event ends the minute after you write us a check. And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker. Go to hell. Big Bill Hell's Cars, Baltimore's filthiest and exclusive home of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland. Guaranteed.
There's truth in advertising.
Big Bill Hell's in Baltimore. They'll fuck your wife. And don't try to imitate challenge pissing. Phil invented that.
6 feet without getting wet.
6 feet without getting wet.
Dude, you could hover if you like piss down.
You're like, oh.
You gotta hold on to the sides of the urinal, you get blasted backwards.
Were they the ones that invented Trunk Monkey?
I love those ads. The Trunk Monkey. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what else I love is women that are incarcerated. They make the best pen pals. Let's play some mug shorties. All right, so you guys know how the game is played. We have multiple choice now. Multiple choice. So let's go ahead and get it right started here. Here's number one. This lovely lady right here. Is she guilty of A, battery causing bodily injury, B, DUI, C, possession of narcotics, D, interfering with an electronic communication device?
Jesus.
We'll start with Chris on this one.
Wait, so you were talking. You mentioned something about drugs or alcohol in there. Was it a DUI?
Yeah. A is battery causing bodily injury. B, DUI. C, possession of narcotics. D, interfering with an electronic communication device.
Okay, this one's conflicting me because the eyes say B, but the mouth says A. She bit someone's dick off.
God damn. didn't realize Adam was here.
Dick biter! Dick biter! Dick
You know how there's DSLs? Well, these are DBLs.
DBL? Dick biter! Dick biter!
Yeah, like I don't know, like again, like from the eyes up, I'd be like, yeah, that's totally like that's a DUE, or even possession of narcotics, because like, honey, those if those eyes were any heavier, she would need Narcan to come back. I'm gonna like, I don't think she's smart enough for D. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think D is even in the ballpark. So that leaves, like, through the laws of deduction, I'm gonna go with A. I think she's a DBL.
All right.
Oh God, I hope I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. Oh shit.
Chris takes A. Well, CJ.
Well, this fine example of womanhood, she seems like she likes to party hard. So I'm going to go with BDUI, and she can drive all over my balls.
Oh, dude.
Damn! You're gonna need a wheelbarrow to carry those around.
Like Randy Marsh.
Holy shit, Jerome.
A black man on the panel now. It's surprise. It's Rick Astley.
it's Daryl Hall.
D is so specific. Right?
Yeah.
Crack white and 7 little meth heads. Like Frankie says, B, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Draven, what are you saying?
I think I'm going with DUI as well.
DUI.
Yeah, those eyes are for. She's just salmon swimming upstream.
Draven's gotta be. Tony, you there?
No.
Nah. All right. What is the chat saying here? Let's see. D. Godzillionaire says D could be. Yeah, that's right. A communication device could be any electronic, like a phone, any tablet, anything. Zombie Box says B. Keeley says B. Did Keeley say A, C, and D before that? I didn't see.
She looks dangerous, though. So, guys, caveat emptor.
Look, Chris. Look, Deus Vult. God wills it. God wills it, Chris.
We need
so here's
bro.
Today, the DBLs have struck again. My sketchbook says D. Oh, Frankie picked B. All right, he got B. All right. She has that choke me neck that she does.
Oh,
she
yeah.
does. It looks a little long though. Like
Yeah.
I prefer to have some traps. Let's make it difficult for me. B or A. A. I'm sorry.
Oh,
A.
shit.
A. Chris got it right.
Damn.
Dude, I tell you, man, look at the eyes are the windows to the soul, but the mouth is the window to the graveyard of dicks.
Goddamn.
Here's shorty number 2, boys. This is no joke.
No.
Yeah, I love how she has it looks like there's an upside down crucifix over her head.
She's like, I'm sorry.
What scares me is I've never, I know a couple of you be like, this woman looks familiar. This looks like somebody I went to high school with. Well, all the way through school from 5th through 12th grade. And it's frightening. So let's run through the choices here. We have A, battery causing bodily injury. B, domestic violence, assault, criminal mischief, violation of a bail condition. C, auto theft, DUI, reckless endangerment of an officer, and attempted vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, damn.
God damn.
You're just trying to run him over.
Jeez.
Or D, possession of hydrocodone with intent to distribute.
Bitches get crazy.
Yeah.
So,
D's a pretty good eliminator. That.
Yeah, she may or may not be a recidivist.
Yeah, that is the face of a recidivist. Look at hold on, I can't really. Does she have a septum ring?
Hang on, let me enhance.
Yeah, I can't really see it. That looks like a lot of bad decisions. I'm surprised.
She has 3. She has one on
3.
She has, it looks like a small stone on her left nostril, a small thin hoop in the right, and one in the middle.
Oh God. Yeah, that's recidivist.
Jesus, is this my fucking sister? Let's see. Keely says C. My sketchbook says B. She has crazy all over her face. Godzillionaire is going with B. She got caught violating bail. All right, we'll start with CJ on this one. Or Jerome, what do you say?
I see this pasty little white cupcake. She is fucking crazy. And she really likes to beat her man, both his meat and his face. I'm gonna go with B.
B. All right. Jerome says B. Draven.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go B too. Like, she looked. I don't know. Hold on, let me switch here.
What your bread?
Actually, I'm just gonna go with D because it looks like she got caught doing something she wasn't supposed to.
You said D?
Yeah, but then again, she's a woman, so she's probably like pulling the thing.
Yeah,
but I'll go with
monoTony.
Yeah, I'll go with D anyway.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of Draven on this one. I think D is probably the farthest one. I would see a high likelihood of A, B, or C. That innocent look that she's doing, where the chin's down and the eyes are up. Yeah, that is a recidivist. That is somebody that has done a lot of shit and has used her vajayjay card to get her out of trouble, and it's not working, honey. Your powers are dimming with age. So I would say, everybody's going with B. I'm gonna have to go with that one, but I'm not 100% sure on this one. So I'm taking a leap of faith.
You said B, correct?
Yeah, B as in boy. Yeah.
Okay. Tony, you there yet? Okay, Tony.
No.
Yeah, again, Tony's a man of few words. He's a man of few words. All right, so let's see here. The chat. Frankie says C. He's going with the car. Zombie Box. B. Godzillionaire. B. Sketchbook. B. Keely says C. And was he okay? Yep, there it is. He was feeding the ducks as well. Keely, it tracks, Keely. It tracks. All right, let's see here. Let's go on over and see what she's guilty of. B. Domestic violence, assault, criminal mischief, and violation of a bail condition.
Yeah.
So
I didn't feel strongly with this one. I honestly, I was leaning more towards C. Because especially when you're talking about basically trying to run a cop over, that seems pretty specific. So
I guess I should have stuck with my gut.
Yeah,
the chat right. scared me on this one.
you were right initially, Draven. So CJ has a point. Chris has 2. If Chris gets this wrong and CJ gets it right, we have a tie.
Oh boy!
So here we go. Let's. They have to share the shekels.
What are you saying, Peter? I don't understand.
You know exactly what I'm saying.
You Jews
I want
my money.
Down, boy, attack!
He's supposed to be on our side.
Yeah.
I will pitch your ass back to Canaan.
Stay out of Crown Heights.
Our bioweapons are turning against us.
Here we go, number 3. Is she guilty of A. Public indecency, lewd and lascivious acts, publicly fornicated with her boyfriend in a park? B. Prostitution, possession of fentanyl, possession of an unregistered firearm and resisting arrest. C, making terroristic threats, called in a bomb threat at Popeyes due to being refused service for being intoxicated. Or D, battery, found her boyfriend in bed with her friend.
Oh shit!
Damn.
There are a lot of charges going on here.
Yeah.
This is a lot, boys. So we'll start with Draven. He doesn't have any points. Draven.
I'm gonna go with A. She looks
Draven's-
kind of happy in that photo.
Okay.
So.
Draven's going with A. He thinks she was doing some good loving body rock and knocking boots all afternoon long in the park. All right. Fiskowitz, what do you say, brother?
Without a doubt, I am 100% certain on this one. Like, I would bet the lives of my. No, actually, I wouldn't. I would say I would definitely say D. That is a fiery Latina. That is the face of a woman who is righteous indignation. And honey, I would high five you. She's not a mess. She doesn't have face tattoos. There's no cow rings in her nostrils. That is a chick who did what she wanted to do because she had to do it. So I don't know. As a misogynist, I'm gonna have to hide that card and give her a high five on this one. So.
All right. So we have Draven with A. Chris picks D. And it's up to Jerome now.
And now, looking at number C, that can't be right. She is the wrong ethnicity to be pissed at a Popeyes. She's not one of us.
Oh, jeez.
Way too goddamn happy. B.
B.
No, not B.
Oh.
She's not one of my hoes. I have to bring out the strong pimp hand to keep her in line. I do have to agree with the rooftop Korean. I do believe she beat the shit out of somebody.
You come, Rilo. You buy now. You leave store.
And of course, Keely's just feeding the ducks. And then picks A. D.
Girl.
D. She's got those stabbing Latina eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fiery Latina, but look at that. Look at the satisfaction on that face.
Mm-hmm.
That is not remorse. That is like, yeah, I did what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Tony, you there?
She can go my taco any day.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
cream.
we've got the zombie box. Godzillionaires say D. Frankie is on A. My sketchbook, and A. Keely. Here is the reveal.
Yeah.
D. Battery found her boyfriend in bed with her friend, bro.
She did nothing wrong. She did, you know, if she's, she's available now,
She can join my stable of hoes.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll get an A charge.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, as long as you're faithful, you'll never have to worry about anything from her, dude. I bet. Yeah, I'd like to cook her tamales.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not bad looking. And you guys know what that warrants, especially. It's time.
Dude,
That's
could you
right.
imagine her friend? Like, god damn. The more I'm thinking of that one, I'm like, yeah, she's right. She's totally vindicated. Like, that's.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, her friend must have been pretty fucking good looking.
Yeah.
I mean, because that broad she's pretty cute herself. So
yeah.
And with the magical wrestling with horror calculator, I've managed to calculate the final score, which was not very difficult considering I write it down right here. Chris takes the victory tonight with a score of 3-2. over CJ or Jerome, I should say. So and we have to play the U1.
Chris is back to take his rightful spot at the top.
Do I get a wish now? They all have to go big.
His powers of misogyny are back, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mug Shorties.
Yeah, they were faltering there on that one there with the middle one. I had to I was at a loss, so I just won by luck on that one. The other ones you can tell, man.
It's a good thing when I do these that I'm so creative when I have to come up with these charges.
Yeah, those were convincing.
Because I'm just in my head, I'm like, okay, what can I do that's gonna sound realistic? Like, I haven't just started like throwing like random shit in there yet, like where it's just like dick biting. Like I almost did that for the bodily injury one. I was gonna write just dick biting. On one of those,
dude,
but I did.
Was like stole the car, then tried to run over, like kill someone. Like, shit.
I'm like, how can I compound? Okay, so she was drunk, she stole a car, tried to run over a cop. I'm like, this just works. It's like that's why I just look at the picture. I'm like, okay, this is how we're gonna do this.
Yeah, misogyny.
But yeah, so
my pimp crown, for I have lost.
We have to crown it. We get to crown one of our own.
Oh, that's right.
These Goyim are gonna think we were colluding.
Yeah, we are the chosen ones.
Jesus.
Oh shit! I could just like my entire like my rabbi, my entire family is just like giving me like the same look my sister gives me when I watch professional wrestling and I tell her it's not gay. The disapproving, like, you son of a bitch.
How much would they hate just me sitting there, dreidel, I made you out of play. Dreidel. I still haven't unpackaged these. They're new in the box. They might be worth something someday. I'm not gonna unpackage them.
I will be taking over soon, so you will not be able to compete with us.
The robot overlords. Dude, he just turned your dreidel into a Beyblade.
Jerome plays his DEI reverse Uno card and takes the win.
I made this. Gibbs me.
I made this.
I'm Tony Khan.
Yay!
Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. That is the show. I have to go down to the neighbors and get the little man. Tomorrow night, 8:35 Eastern, myself and J-Man will be back for Tuesday Night Terrorvision. Tomorrow night's movie, we are reviewing the 1980 Dario Argento, I believe it's 1980, Inferno, which I am fucking stoked to watch. I'm watching it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow morning. Yeah, so I'll be doing that tomorrow night. J-Man and I'll be reviewing that, and I'll have some videos and Sitch coming out this week. We will get a Patreon upload done. I promise you guys that, and channel members, thank you for hanging in there with me. Trying to reorganize the schedule here. But yeah, we'll see if we're going to cover Saturday night's main event. I know I'll be out in West Branch personally. I mean, I could stream it, but let's face it, I'm going to be out there watching it with about 15 of the boys. So we'll have the TV set up like right next to the ring. So we'll literally be in the ring during the show, just like waiting for a commercial and then just start beating the hell out of each other during the ads. That's what we did during Elimination Chambers. Like, all right, there's a break. We all get in the ring for like a couple minutes, just beat the hell out of each other. Then we just stop. It's fun. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you. Subscribe. Everybody's links are in the description. Make sure you get on the list to back Infinitale Chronicles.
Thanks.
Yeah. If not, Jerome will come to your house and have sex with your wife.
Oh, geez.
The truth in advertising.
Oh,
he's not playing. Jerome will fucking pull up. Say his name and he'll appear.
Oh,
your wife believes in Jerome.
The Fiend music starts playing.
And then, wait. Did you say Fiend?
Yeah.
In comes Jerome.
Yep.
Yeah, with his wheelbarrow.
Do I have to get up and do the gritty?
Don't raise it!
Wait.
Black girl magic!
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Beans. It's like, why is he singing about my cat?
That's what Stephanie Vakir feeds me, some rice and beans.
Oh, you got the manga edition.
Yes, this is I have the early edition, folks. You this is beautiful, gang. Look at this. Look at that. You don't get to see inside. Oh, that's what she said. She said that to you marks because of your black t-shirts with pit stains, bro. But no, thank you, everybody. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that launches this Friday, by the way. So
Friday.
if you want a copy of that, yeah, hell yeah, we're on Indiegogo.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everybody.
man.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother. Anytime, man. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you guys. We will see you tomorrow night right here. Same bat time, same bat channel. Well, a half hour later, 8:35. Look, let's not get bogged down in fucking semantics, all right? Love you guys. We don't see you. Have a great day. A pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away. Bye. Patreon.com/.